until all the debt is repaid. So it's a good deal for both sides. It gets things moving, and that's in the spirit of today's announcement, which is to get things moving.
Are you able to provide more information about the deal? Some sources to us and to Bloomberg and Reuters are saying it's a 50% split, I guess, once the sharing starts happening. And if this is a Canadian project, why did you have to start giving? Why did you decide to start giving some of the revenue away?
The first thing is you quoted the overall amount of the capital investment of the project, around $6.5 billion. What we're talking about is very modest relative to the size of that. Okay, that's the first thing, just to give a sense. The second is that, as I'm going to repeat myself, but I think it's an important point, that it's aligned, the incentives are aligned here, because the reinvestment in regional economic development on the Michigan side, mainly the Michigan side, that's obviously good for Michigan, but it's also good for Canada because it's going to reinforce the traffic. So we see the incentive alignment as a reasonable discussion. It's a good deal for Canada, good for the U.S., and it's great for both countries to have this bridge open, and we're looking forward to,
Is it 50%?
Thank you. Next question.
Mr. Prime Minister, Jerry DeWan from CTV News London. This region has among the highest unemployment levels of anywhere across the country. How are we looking to use this to address those concerns?
Yeah, well, my caucus colleagues from the region are here. We are very focused on exactly this issue. Part of the answer is in today's announcement. It's providing not just the scale of the investment, but also the certainty of a partnership. So longer-term certainty, which of course is going to help GDLS invest and build out as well. And this is where some of the international travel that we've been doing, the international meetings we've had, the deepening of our partnership with NATO, our agreement, for example, with Europe to be part of their defense procurement, the work we're doing with Gulf allies. This is where it starts to come together, because it reinforces the efforts of the company, which has always been very successful in exports. About 80% of the production goes for export from here, but it's reinforcing that opportunity in this more dangerous world. So that's a component in the defense sector, the defense industrial sector. At the same time, we need to help build out the supply chain in this sector and other sectors. So, for example, Minister, an example. This is one of many examples, but with tool and die makers in the region, who can be suppliers, moves forward. Of course, as well, we are with them on getting the right deal for that, and more broad diversification. Tariff response fund, which is going directly back in here, where we're with the scale of the challenge. There's a common thread to what we're doing, is we're focusing on what we can control. Solutions with other export partners that help and beyond.
Most of the challenges in this region stem from
one of the things that we've been doing, and it's starting to come in, for investment in plant and equipment and manufacturing. In fact, not just plant and equipment, months, the most attractive tax rate. So that means plant and equipment, it means R&D, it means called. But when you wrap that all together, it puts us in a is less than half the G7 average. Critical mass that way.
Thank you. Next question.
I guess I just wanted to start by clarifying something you mentioned. Additional new 6,000 jobs, or for example, are the employees?
But what we're getting is you get the certainty of those who are actually running the business. But I can tell you from my and the quality of the product and the relationships that we're that's where you start to see the big increments. But the certainty cements those jobs. The supply chain, what they built out, gets that extra 10,000 across. What?
You're talking about the spin-off effect and the benefit that investment like this. They're finding it hard to sort of like even getting to be part.
Yeah. Okay. So the core of your question is something. One of the key elements of a strategic partnership. That can mean joint R&D, but also through RMPs and others to work with companies. National defense wouldn't have done in the past. But one of the things their company on them being Canadian, obviously, and putting them in the room that perhaps had supplied other aspects. They make their decisions accordingly, but providing to protect Canadians, protect our allies, and then making those connections. Building out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question. Prochaine question.
Much of central Canada is dealing with wildfires and smoke pollution as we believe these current climate conditions are a sign we should lean into our.
Absolutely agree. And it's not leaning, it's those climate targets. We've relied too much necessary to reduce emissions. So we've shifted our focus. Core to that is the electricity strategy, which we're currently considering a couple of decades, a grid that's almost 85% clean the challenges in affordability in various ways. So we need to do it in a We have amongst the lowest electricity costs in the world. We want with major investments, and what you see is are low carbon. So that new oil pipeline, as a 90% of the vehicles on Alberta roads. As another precondition is a carbon market that actually works. Is that theoretically the carbon price is over has fell to about $20. So the effect and we're shifting the approach to make sure that there isn't a gap and back. It's climate is a global issue. We're the only countries, I think we are the only country who's obviously globally get emissions down outside of Canada.
Thank you. Provinces that Alberta is getting a better carbon price under their.
One of the issues that we'll talk about, which is, and you know, its own carbon market linked in with California. So I'm going to put. We've structured the carbon market with Alberta. It does. Given the difference in the price, but it actually creates an ability to have a provinces with parts. So we're not going to announce that or decide that. One Canadian economy. Canadians want one economy, and they want across the country. We need to amp that up. There's progress has been made. Strategy and making major progress on that, and the federal government will put on the table. Thank you.
Last.
Monsieur Carney, qu'est-ce que ça vous fait de voir que le Canada s'éloigne de ses cibles climatiques sous l'action? Ça vous fait de voir que le nord de l'Ontario brûle en ce moment alors le gouvernement?
Ouais, non, c'est OK. Notre de notre gouvernement, je viens d'arriver. OK, j'y viens. On a des règles et des lois et des conflits avec nous sommes en train de changer, de mettre l'accent sur l'investissement afin de réduire des stockage de carbone du monde, équivalent de mobile de l'Alberta. On a des réductions importantes, de fonctionnement du marché du carbone en Alberta. On fait des grandes choses afin d'avoir d'investissements et de l'énergie propre. C'est l'action, pas des prohibitions, qui est plus importante.
Comment répondez-vous aux élus américains qui demandent au Canada d'en faire
Une contribution des Américains dans la lutte OK. Maintenant, nous mettons l'accent sur l'investissement. L'énergie éolienne, c'est nos efforts à l'échelle mondiale. C'est la responsabilité de tout le monde, vraiment tout le monde.
Merci. Cela conclut notre conférence de presse. That ends our conference.